On June 12, 1977, three Girl Scouts, Doris Denise Milk, Michelle Heather Goose, and Lori Lee Farmer, arrived at Camp Scott in Oklahoma's lush woods. The summer camp, run by the Magic Empire Council, promised adventure and camaraderie. The girls, aged 8 to 10, wore crisp green uniforms and carried sleeping bags, unaware of the horror awaiting them. The campsite buzzed with laughter as counselors assigned. As dusk fell, the campfire stories faded, and the girls retreated to Tent 8. The forest, alive with crickets and rustling leaves, felt isolating after nightfall. Some scouts whispered about strange noises, a snapped twig, distant footsteps. Counselors dismissed it as wildlife, but the unease lingered. This quiet tension foreshadowed the violence to come, hidden beneath the stars. The next morning, a counselor gathered the troop near a bulletin board plastered with safety rules and older missing person posters. "Stay in pairs," she warned, referencing recent prowler reports. The girls nodded half-heartedly, more interested in archery lessons. The counselor's urgency was drowned out by youthful optimism. A critical warning, ignored. By afternoon, storm clouds swallowed the sun. Thunder rumbled as scouts scrambled to secure tents. Rain pelted the canvas, drowning out all other sounds. Perfect cover for an intruder. The counselors hustled campers to the mess hall, but Tent 8's occupants stayed behind. Isolated and vulnerable, they never made it to shelter. Around midnight, a flashlight beam cut through Tent 8's darkness. A scout later recalled hearing muffled cries and a man's growl. "Don't scream." Others dismissed it as a nightmare. But the beam moved methodically, searching. The storm had masked the killer's approach. By dawn, 3 sleeping bags would lie empty. The attack was swift. Investigators later found drag marks and a single dropped flashlight near Tent 8. The girls were likely subdued with chloroform, then carried 150 yards into the woods. One victim's glasses were crushed, evidence of a struggle. The killer left no fingerprints, just 3 small lives stolen in the Oklahoma darkness. At sunrise, a counselor stumbled upon Tent 8's wreckage. Sleeping bags were slashed open, stained with blood. No girls. The camp erupted into panic. Police found candy scattered near the tent, possibly used as bait. The most haunting clue? Lori Farmer's notebook, left behind with a scribbled plea, "Help me." Too late. Within hours, 200 volunteers combed the woods. Bloodhounds led searchers to a creek bed, where a tiny sneaker was found. Parents collapsed as the reality set in. The media descended, dubbing it the Oklahoma Girl Scout murders. Yet the killer remained at large, watching the chaos unfold, perhaps even among the searchers. On June 13th, searchers discovered the girls' bodies near a creek 400 yards from camp. Doris and Michelle were strangled. Lori bludgeoned. All showed signs of sexual assault. The killer had arranged them side by side, almost ritualistically. A single suspect, Jean Leroy Hart, a local felon, was later tried but acquitted. Justice never came. Camp Scott closed permanently after the tragedy. Today, rusted gates and weathered crosses mark where Tent 8 once stood. Visitors report eerie whispers in the wind, children's laughter that cuts off abruptly. The case remains unsolved, a wound that never healed. These 3 names endure as a warning. Innocence is fragile, and evil lingers in the quietest woods.